and they edited it, and I re-edited it and sent it back, and they changed it again, and I sent it back. And finally, I just told them, print it the way I wrote it, or don't print it at all. I knew a lot of the things that Flannery based her stories on. If you've read a short story, it's A Lady Encounter with the Enemy. It's about a graduate, or some, I forget now exactly what is in the story, because I remember the real event. But there's a Confederate soldier sitting on the stage. And in this story, he's wheeled off, or rather, the corpse is wheeled off. He dies on the stage. Well, when Flannery graduated, the last living Georgia Confederate veteran was sitting on the stage. Good story. And so much of what she wrote were about events around the farm or the people. And so many people think that she was nuts and got stuff out of my hair or whatever. But so much of it was the truth. Let's see. Well, this is Matt sitting on the front porch. Flannery and I would sit there, and Mother Regina would yap. And I always had fun. One time, one of the yard men found a quail nest in the yard, and before he saw it, he had already cut the grass over it. So we figured Mama Quail wouldn't be back. So I gathered up the eggs, and Mother drove me. I was probably 10, and Mother drove me around and took the eggs to Flannery, and she hatched them in her incubator when she was raising her chickens and beef fowl. And let's see. Oh yeah, the Milledgeville is known for the quote insane asylum, which became a prison, and also for what we call the boys' training school. I don't know if you know where it was. It's on 22 when you come into town, just before you get to the big turn, or I think it's done left drive, it cuts off to the right. All that stuff on the right hand side. And it was just juvenile delinquents, the boys that Mom and Dad could control, and they hauled them out here, and there they stayed until they ran. And one of Flannery's stories is A Circle in the Fire. And it's about boys throwing rocks at the mailbox and setting the woods on fire. Well, 2 boys escaped the training school, went down the railroad, crossed us, right over there, threw rocks in the mailbox and set the woods on fire. So, she didn't have to be crazy to write about crazy Milledgeville. So, okay. Oh, I mentioned the Confederate soldier sitting on stage. His wife, his very young wife, was graduating from GSC then. Let's see. Well, that's pretty much what I have got to say, except this is the golden years. Grit your teeth. This is what you have to look forward to. I have plastic in my eyeballs and a speaker in my ear. A plastic bag and tubing substituting for my rear. I have plastic in my vessels and some metal in my knee. A pump to time my heartbeat and ventricles just to see. I've glue to hold my uppers and a rod along my spine. A wig to hide my baldness, and 10 pills for each time I dine. Folks say these are golden years to give them more pill, but they're no more golden than my hip of stainless steel.